Hi, I thought I'd show you how to get the most money out of your scrap metal. So if you don't take things apart, it all just goes in and shred, and it's really low value. So there's 2 kilos of motors. If I just put it in with the rest of the shred, that would be worth, what, 16p? As motors, maybe that's worth 60p. But I'm going to pull them apart and try and get the aluminium and copper out of it, and we'll see what that's worth. They look like they'll come apart. These are other little motors that look too difficult, so they just go in as motors, but it's still worth a lot more than just going in the shred. Yeah, okay, so I'll try and process these now. Start with one of these bigger motors, I guess. So they've just got, what have we got? A little nut and bolt here. So I've already loosened it up. There we go. So already that's dirty aluminium. So these bits, if I can get it out, give that a smack or something. So again, I'm not going to take that apart, so that just goes in the motor pile. Right, so we've got this now. It's a bit grubby, I'm going to put my gloves on. I'm taking apart these bits. I've got the little steel clips out. Take these bolts out because they're steel. A bit fiddly. Okay, so that is now clean aluminium, and that one. Right, try and get the copper out of this. Cutting through one side of it. And then get something to lever it out from the other side. There we go, it's starting to come out. We'll collect the copper in there. Although I'm scrapping motors here, the same thing applies to anything you're pulling apart. You want to get the more valuable metals out, otherwise you just get paid for the lowest value stuff. Need to cut that last little bit. You know what, I'll probably speed this up, it's a bit boring, so do a time lapse. Okay, there we go. So we got the copper out of it. That's just steel. I guess there's a tiny bit of wire left on this one actually. I'll get that off. So that goes in as steel. So we've got some steel, some clean aluminium, motor, and a bit of copper. I'll do the next one now. Okay, I've done them 2 bigger motors. We've got a bit of copper. So it's all these random little bits here. Little spools I've cut off things. Sometimes they come apart pretty easy. Just get these little plastic bits out of the way. just kind of unwind like this. It's really thin copper, but it doesn't actually take that long to get it off this. Nearly there. So it slows down as it gets towards the end. Only pulling off like one bit at a time now. There we go. And there's two little bits of plastic in the first bit. Oh, there it is. And there's the other one. So that's it, clean copper now. Looks like a lot like that, but it's not really. Do the next one. These little ones are really quick. There's not a lot in them, but they are fast. You just chop them off like that, and then it all comes off. I'm getting there, that's the copper. I went through these little motors and I decided it's just not worth doing these. They're really difficult, tiny, so they can stay as motors. And then I'll do this next, and this weird little thing. There is copper in there. I don't know how easy it will be to get out. So yeah, these are really easy. You just sort of crush them. Plastic off one end, and then they just come out like that. Really easy. Last little thing I'm going to pull apart is this. Let's see what's in it. I've done, so we're going to weigh it out and see how much it's worth. I've got these bits, so there's a few brass connectors. Actually, with some of them I've got silver contact on them and a tiny bit of wire, but we'll ignore that. So we've got a kilo of steel, which is worth 8p, so that's what's that. Half of it, 1 kilo, is still steel, so that's still worth 8p. Let's see what the other stuff is. So there's like 10 pence worth of aluminium, another 10 pence worth of the motors that I didn't do, and that, which is the copper I got out of it, and that's actually worth £2.50. Yeah, so there you go. It's worth more if you strip it apart. Is it worth your time? I don't know. I wasn't doing anything else.